The sequel we've been longing for is finally here! A Christmas Story Christmas! Now, I know there have been other sequels to A Christmas Story, but why am I reviewing this one? Mainly, I've seen this one and I didn't bother seeing the others. That's one reason. The other reason is a good percentage of the main cast reprise their roles. Peter Billingsley as Ralphie, Artie Robb as Schwartz, Scott Schwartz as Flick, Zach Ward as Scott Farkas, and the guy who plays the little brother, I forgot his name. Randy. He definitely comes back to reprise his role. But sadly, Gene Shepard, who was the voice of older Ralphie in the first Christmas Story, died in 1999. Darren McGavin who played the father, died in 2006. And Bob Clark, the director, was tragically killed in a car accident while on a head-on with a drunk driver. Now, I gotta say this was a good film. It was just nice seeing Peter Billingsley jump back into the role as Ralphie. It takes place in 1973. Ralphie is living in Chicago. He is happily married with 2 kids of his own. He's a writer, struggling to get his manuscript published, and he's having no luck on that. And he gets a call from his mother and is told that his father has passed away. And Ralphie and his family go back to his old hometown for the funeral. But the mom, this time played by Julie Haggerty, because Melinda Dillon is retired and she had no interest in reprising her role, so that was left for Julie Haggerty, tells Ralphie that, no, let's not bother with the funeral right now. Let's make this a good Christmas for you and your kids and your wife. And Ralphie is like, oh no, now I gotta be the man to do this because my father did this. He made it look so easy, but I now know it's not easy. And of course, he gets reunited with Flick and Schwartz, and so many other stuff happens. I'd rather not say. Is A Christmas Story Christmas good? Yes. I enjoyed watching all the actors back in their characters and they're all just coming together again. It was just nice to see them just get back in their roles. I like seeing what came of Flick and Schwartz, and I won't say what came of Scott Farkas, but he's in the movie too. But it's nice to see Zach Ward come back in that role. I love the fantasy sequences. Those were cool too, just like in the original, but more updated. It shows even as an adult, Ralphie still has fantasy sequences. It just proves some things you never outgrow. And there are some callbacks to the original film. Of course, they gotta do that because this film doesn't want to bet you saw the original. It wants to guarantee that you saw the first Christmas Story. And it does at times stand on its own. I like the kids who plays Ralphie's kids in the movie. They are not carbon copies of Ralphie when they were kids, but they pretty much have their own character arc and all that. Now, I got minor complaints about this movie. It's Julie Haggerty as the mom. She doesn't really convince me that she's really the mom from the first film. The way Melinda Dillon played it and the way she plays it, it just feels so quite different. It doesn't feel like the same character. Not saying Julie Haggerty isn't good. She is. And the narration doesn't sound as philosophical as it did in the first film. But nonetheless, A Christmas Story Christmas is an entertaining film. It is a good sequel that pretty much stands on its own. I give it a 9 out of 10. And have a Merry Christmas!